Hello, everyone. So, this is an important question. Who to hire? You must have gone through multiple candidates and you must have gone through over the years through different techniques, interview questions, methodologies, automation systems, shortlisting systems, interview 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cultural fit, emotional intelligence, technical, non technical, soft skills, X, Y, Z. What I'm gonna tell you is not what you see every day, or at least I will try to make it so. You're not gonna take one super formula and just from this day on start hiring the best of the best of the best that exist for the cost and the skill and the emotional fit. If you are looking for the most beautiful places, islands, oceans, mountains, jungle, forest, whatever, lake, you will always find the best on the roads that are less traveled or never traveled or hardly ever known. The places that are well known, it is no use or not the highest return of satisfaction, of serenity or beauty. Do you agree with this? If you are a true traveler, you will know what I am talking about, or an observer, or who looks at things differently. Similarly, the best of the people, the best talent, it is also found on places, at the places that are less known or unknown. No one ever goes there. Gems, they are hidden. You have to search, you have to go out of your way, you have to leave your comfort in order to find true gems. There's a song where singer says, I'm a diamond in a dirt that ain't been found. I'm an underground king that ain't been crowned. So, if you are predictable, you are looking at the places for talent where everyone else also is. No, not gonna work. Not gonna work for the results that you are seeking. Okay? This is sort of a fallacy. Everyone knows about that. You can't get best of the best, but relax. That's what I'm telling you about. Now, one notion is pick one country from global south and get one desperate fella who will do everything for you. Then another is get the best talent for the highest price. Okay, these are like two basic things. The problem happens when you hire from a very developed or so-called rich countries. They are gonna ask you for X, Y, and Z, and you will not always get the benefits that may, or most likely they may come from the global south country like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Africa, Philippines, Indonesia. When I say Africa, I mean African continent or Eastern Europe, right? even though Eastern Europe is not global south, but you got my point, right? But then the problem happens when they started acting rather not the way you want them to be. Okay? Many a times bosses want more than respect, they want submissiveness, and this is where you have to fix yourself also. So, rule number 1, good talent comes from places less known, or you think they're not as good as everyone else. Now, good talent exists everywhere, okay? Due to the schooling, whether it is Scandinavian countries, the talent might be better, okay? But you're also paying the high price. For ideas, they might be good. For execution or implementation or actualization, they might not be the best. If you want someone to spend more time because you need so, then you need someone else. If you want someone to look into something and not saying no, they are hungry, they are curious, then you need that talent. There is one full stack developer that I hired in 2022 in merely 15 minutes. I did not go for 5 interviews unless you have a big corporation and you have the XYZ SOP process, then it's a separate matter. But you have to have your own eye, your own wisdom. If you are looking for tricks, it's not gonna work. Sorry, it's not gonna work. It may work sometime, but not every time, because you are looking for hidden gems. Do you understand that? Okay, so this is rule 1. Is that rule number 1 clear? Rule number 2, create your own process. If they come for technical interview, you may ask them, what's your favorite animal? Sounds weird, I know, but it is not. It shows your own depth as well. How deep can you go? How philosophical are you? Are you a good judge of someone's character? I'll continue this. Because you are not just looking for skills. Many people can have skills. And don't let me go into certifications and everything. Okay? There's a dark side, gray side, and ethical side, white side to everything. Okay? So you have to be a good judge of a character. You are not just hiring skill. You are hiring personal compatibility. One guy who is new, who only knows, suppose there are 10 things in that skill set, he or she only knows 2. But you saw in them that they are true and they want to grow. So you choose them. So they will flow with you. Now, there are some people who spend 10 years, yet they have less skill and less personality that a 1-year person has. The guy or girl with 1-year experience. So you must understand these things. Okay, so rule number 1 is clear. Rule number 2, you have to have your own set of questions, personality tests, like like those old stories thousands of years ago, there was a mistake. Now, don't mistake or mistook what I'm saying as just words. You should have connection with the universe and the nature. If you are just in the capitalist system and just implement and follow what everyone else is saying on the internet or in the books, then sorry my friend, it's not gonna work. I know it sounds harsh, maybe it sounds harsh, but it's true. You believe it or not. Okay? So rule number 2 is clear. So according to rule number 2, you can have a highly paid guy well-known, skillful person, or you can have a newbie who is just starting to make sense of things, but you saw something in them, a character, a true character that's going to stick. And if you have been patient enough, even 1 year, they're going to reward you 100 times or even 200 times. You will save a lot of money. You may make a lifelong, strong connection. Even if they leave you, they're gonna keep you. Now, I know you are coming from a very transactional background in the business world. Tit for tat, give and take. I pay you, you do work for me, and things like that. But life is bigger than that, and you have to have cultural understanding in that realm. Now, this technique or this methodology or philosophy is not for simple-minded who just say, hey, I got this buck to spend and I'm gonna get this. Okay? It's not hard to understand. It's very simple. That's like basic stuff. You hired them, you are paying them. After 6 months, 1 year, they found another opportunity, they moved on, and within 3 months, you had other candidates aligned that in case this person leaves me, I'm gonna hire someone else. Well, anyone can do that. But you are looking for the advantage, the stuff that nobody else has. You are trying to get things that no other competitor can get hands on. Rule number 1, rule number 2, you understood. Rule number 3 is understanding that you have to keep up. You will not always find someone who perfectly aligns with you. So you need to get rid of your ego. Okay? If you have read psychology and neurology, you will know about id, ego, and superego. So you have to understand that. Back to cultural understanding, you must know how to make someone comfortable enough. You must also know how not to behave in a certain way. I know that bosses or hiring managers, they think they run the show, they own everything, everyone, and everyone must be a yes man and answer to them in every way they prefer to be answered. But sorry, you have to take care of them. You have to understand that not everyone is on the same emotional compatibility. It must be hard in the beginning, but you have to draw the line. If it is not hitting or if it is not hurting your bottom line, then it should not affect you. Okay? And stop making impulsive decisions of hiring and terminating people, their jobs. No, you should not do that. So these are 3 rules that will help you in a long run. There are more rules, and these 3 rules, you can also quantify them. You can also make it more actionable. If you are hiring one guy or girl from Norway or Sweden or Silicon Valley, you may try from the continent of Africa or subcontinent or Southeast Asia. Now we are going towards rule 4. Rule 4 is also a method as well. You can call it a method. Look for the most curious guy. Now I know your HR or whoever I don't want to use the word gatekeeper, but there are gatekeepers. If you are a CEO or person responsible for profit and loss, paying the salaries and stuff, there are people in every company, small or big, where there are gatekeepers who keep real good talent out from your eyes. You never get to see them, and there you miss a lot of value. So my friends, understand that. check yourself. Real good gems, when I say good gems, I mean people. You have to keep an eye yourself. Okay, so you have to have an understanding on all of this, because I have seen good candidates going unnoticed in multiple companies. Okay, and I have hired dozens and dozens of individuals, both in lower hierarchy and top hierarchy. And good talent, when I say good talent, I mean not who is fully visible, okay? Someone who the general opinion is that these people, when I say people, I mean characteristics of someone's identity, that people think they are certain way. And this is where you jump in and you bring them in, maintain them, keep them with you, turn them into a superstar. So this rule is about keeping full visibility of who is coming into your recruitment funnel. Okay, I know there are more details. Someone referred to you, or someone within your company, someone else interviewed, you just signed whatever paper. I understand that, but you got my point here. Keep full visibility. One way is, have someone that you really trust, ask them to spend 1 hour, go through all the resumes for the specific job and find it. Now, cost is an important factor, and the 4 rules that I have given you, it will take care of that as well. By the way, do you agree with what I am saying? If you don't, or you have any questions, please ask. Before I leave and complete this video, I want to mention one more thing, and this is about the what I was going to say. Yes, everyone have this question that what if the guy or girl, after you taught them everything and all, and they say, hey, I'm going somewhere else, to another company. How would you deal with this situation? So first of all, never put all eggs in one basket. Number 1. Number 2, universe may be throwing different opportunities at you. Number 3, you choose some things are chosen for you. Number 4 is, let them go, but have your own backup plan. As a good businessman, entrepreneur, you'll already know this thing, right? So don't take it on your heart, don't take it personally, have the backup plan. Now you may question, well, it ain't that easy. How I'm gonna get a backup for a guy who I trained for 6 months or a year or whatever? Well, that's the game, or that's life. You get to choose some things, and you do not always get to choose everything. So this is where I wanna end this video. Before I go, you can have documentation or backup, or train other people under that person, okay, so they are ready to go. You cannot always replace the best of the best people, because they come with their own mind, ideas, passion, motivation, honesty, loyalty, that cannot always be replaced. Also, what about fitness? They have their own fitness, physical fitness or mental fitness, psychological fitness. So you need to go by that. So in this video, I basically covered 5 things from an unorthodox perspective, how to hire. Please feel free to ask me any question on whatever I have said, and I wish you best of luck.